Okay, for the structural system of our working drawings, what we're going to do right now is to convert our floor plan into foundation plan. Okay, so first let's start with our layers. I have added one layer, which is the structural hidden. Okay, its number is 110 for the color. Line type is hidden, and line weight is 0.30. Okay. Now, I'm going to double click this one para maging current layer siya. And then, let's go back with here. How do we convert uh, floor plan into different types of layout or building systems when it comes to CAD? What we are doing kasi with manual is that if we are using tracing paper, technically, iti-trace natin siya, which is way more convenient. And for the accuracy purposes, yun yung ginagamit natin. So, how do we do it in CAD? Okay, so let's go back with layers. That's LA, enter. Okay, we are going to copy the floor plan, but first we are going to turn off the visibility of some objects using their layers. Kasi pag kinopy natin siya, not all elements are actually needed upon doing the foundation plan. So the first one is to turn off AR01, AR02, 03, AR03, 5, yung door floor plan, we don't need them. So we actually turn it off, even the fixtures, the furnitures also. You just have to click the bulb icon once, okay? We don't need the hatch, we don't need the landscape elements, and even the text and the windows, okay? So we're good with that. Once na na-off na po natin yung mga layers na yan, again, which are not needed for the foundation plan, the next thing is we're going to close this. Okay, so this is now your floor plan. Okay, we're going to copy that sa may tabi niya. Make sure ortho is on para pantay po sila. The specific measurement or dimension, ilayo nyo lang konti. Yan, click, enter, enter or escape once you're done duplicating the plan. Now, nakita nyo naman po that there are a lot of objects that are invisible upon turning your layers off. Okay, we can actually turn on their visibility or restore through layers as well. Just have to click the bulb icon on the layer name. Yan. Technically, if it's blue, it's off. So, invisible po sila. So, if it's turned on, they are yellow. They are visible on the screen. Okay? So, we're good with that. Close ko lang. So, that's one of the many advantages of layers. You can copy selectively. Okay? Hindi naman lahat kailangan mong i-copy. Upon doing the foundation plan, ibig sabihin, konti na lang po yung mga buburain mo. Okay? So, safe pa rin po yung floor plan. So, the next thing to do is, punta tayo dito. I have to delete first this. Yan. Yung sa may right side. But if you are comfortable working on the left side, wala naman pong problema. Kasi later, we're just going to mirror this. That's why I'm just deleting the other part, which is more practical and more convenient. Kesa sa gawin mo siyang paulit-ulit. So, why not just delete it on the right part and just mirror it later. Okay. There you go. Okay, next dito tayo. So, I don't need the pantry for my foundation plan. I have to delete this, the shower, yung mga sa window lines, tatanggalin ko po. Even the one on my laundry, I have to eliminate that. Okay. And where else? Yung sa door openings, yan. Dapat kasi continuous po yan. Hindi siya dapat putol. So, yung iba, pag may opening siya sa taas, pati yung sa baba, they leave it open. Okay? There you go. So, let's start with the upper part. I'm going to make this line as one object lang. So, that's say enter, select and select enter. Ulitin natin dito. Say enter, select, select enter. Enter to repeat the previous command. So, that's 1, 2, 3, enter. Enter to repeat join. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Enter to repeat join. So select this and this. You can only join two objects on a parallel axis. On the same axis, okay? Kung may distansya yan, kahit 1 mm lang yan. Kung hindi sila on the same axis, you cannot perform the join command. Okay? J enter. 1, 2, 3, enter. J enter. 1 and 2, enter. And this one, I just have to extend them using my grips. Okay? Where else? This part. Also have to join this. J enter. Remember, kung may opening sa taas, hindi naman ibig sabihin pagdating sa baba, mapuputol siya. So, tuloy-tuloy po yung footing natin sa baba. Okay? This one is in the porch. Okay? So, meron din pong wall footing sa baba yan. But usually, mas maliit or mas konti yung reinforcement niya. And when it comes to dimensioning of wall footing for that, say for example, sa may porch, terrace, garage, meron siyang wall footing pero again, it is a smaller end dimension and lesser reinforcement also. At nasa 4 inch CHP lang. Okay, but anyway, I'll be commenting for offset at 0.15. Select this. Click pataas. And this one also, yung sa may laundry ko. So, select this and click pababa. Enter. Okay. So, tanggalin ko lang to. Yan. Okay. Now, the walls are okay for wall footing. I'm going to establish next our column footing. Okay. So, yung column footing ko is nasa 1 by 1 meter. So, I have to create a rectangle. Okay. Ulitin ko structural hidden yung current layer. So, I'll just be picking anywhere. And that's at 1, 1, enter. Pwede na po yan. Yung 1 by 1 na column kasi 1 story lang naman po siya. Technically, if you will be having multiple stories, tumalaki din po yung foundation niya. Kasi, bumibigat po yung dead loads niya. Okay? Now, I have to move this one. M, enter. Select, enter. M2P, enter. Okay, this is 1 and 2. So, hawak ko siya sa gitna. And I'll be snapping on the intersection of my grids. Okay? Click. There you go. Pag okay na yan, the next thing that we're going to do is hiram po tayo ng text dito. Yan. Here, I'll just be doing selecting with my cursor. Control C to copy. And balik tayo dito. That's Control V to paste. So, select this one. Click. Okay. And I'll just be snapping on the midpoint. And move ko lang siya pataas. Yan. Not so much. Not too far, not too close. Okay. Double click this one. So this column is labeled as C1F1. Okay? Please do not forget, we architects, we are not the one to design the foundation plan. Although nagda-draft tayo, pwede. But we are not to design it. Kasi bakit? Hindi naman po natin trabaho yun. Andyan po yung mga civil engineers and structural engineers to do that. But it's always good to understand what is written on the foundation plan. Okay? So that's C1F1. Enter, enter. Yes, may label po yung mga columns. May label po yung mga footings, which is, again, will be the job of your civil engineer. Okay? And we are going to copy that. CO. We're selecting the text and the foundation, the footing. And after selecting this, to press enter. I'll be copying and snapping on the intersection. Okay, click. And click on the intersection. There you go. Okay. Enter. So, okay po yan. Nasa gitna sila. But, in actual po kasi, since yung sa may gilid po ng apartment natin or ng duplex natin, they will be carrying less load. Dapat talaga, they have smaller reinforcement. But, for the convenience of drafting, we will just be recycling this one. Okay? But, technically, kung titignan mo, ibang detalye po ito. Okay? But, again, just copy this. And from midpoint, snap natin dito. Okay? So, hindi tayo pwede lumagpas dun sa property line. Kahit sabihin mong foundation plan yan. That is illegal. Okay? So, anyway, I'll be copying this. Snap sa midpoint. That's midpoint and another midpoint. Okay? Enter. Oh, sorry. Dito pala siya. I have to move it here. Yan. Of course, quick save. Okay, after the C1F1, of course, yung reinforcement natin for the fence, they will be of smaller as compared dun sa bahay. Kasi, yung bibit-bitin lang po niyan, or yung susuportahan lang po niyan, will just be the fence. Okay? Unlike yung sa bahay na meron pang roof beam yan, meron pang mga dead loads and live loads yan, and so on. Okay? So, we're going to create a rectangle. Okay? We're picking here dun sa sulok. That's at 0.7, 0.7. Enter. So, okay na to kasi pambakod lang naman siya. Okay? I'll be copying the tag or the label. Midpoint, midpoint. So, that will be C2F2. Enter. Enter and copy. Select the text. Select the footing. Enter. You pick on the midpoint. And snap sa midpoint. Yan. Okay. And enter. Enter to repeat copy. Select this 6. Yan. Enter. Once you're done selecting, and we'll be picking here. And snap to perpendicular tayo sa taas. Yan. Okay. Click. Enter. Okay. So we were able to establish our column footing both within the unit and within our perimeter fence. The next thing will be your wall footing. Okay, so from here, let us select structural hatch. There you go. And then from the structural hatch, let's start here. Sige. So I'll be turning off muna yung grids. Okay, bakit ko i-off yung grids? Para pag nag-pick tayo ng boundary, mas mabilis. Kasi dito, nagmo-multiply siya ng 2 kasi meron kang grids sa gitna. So, temporarily, i-off muna natin yung grids layer. We can restore it anytime. Okay? So, click. Start tayo dito. That's H, enter. Okay. I will be using the angle 135 and the spacing of 0.025. And of course, the pattern user define. Okay? So, pag okay na yung tatlo, user define, 135 angle, spacing na 0.025, I'm good to click pick points. Make sure na naka-on si associative. Okay, maya pakita ko. So, when you pick this, 1, 2, and enter. Okay? May nakalimutan na part. Okay? May naiwan na part doon sa boundary na hindi na hatch. But since natin si associative, so when you select this one, okay, but ayaw niya magano. Okay, we should have, dapat na stretch natin siya. Okay, anyway, I'll just be deleting that. Ulitin ko. H, enter. Okay, pick points. Click here. So this one should be, dapat meron siyang grip dito. Anyway, click ko na lang. Close hatch creation. It should have grips para na-stretch natin. Okay? Anyway, let's continue. H, enter. So, fill those up. Enter. H, enter. Yan. So, until such time na matapos nyo or ma-fill up nyo siya. 1, 2, and 3. Enter. H, enter. Eto, when you click this one, yan, click it, sa gitna lang. Okay, Control Z. Pag ayaw niya, bitawan nyo lang. Okay, Control Z, lipat tayo. It really happened. So, let's go back here. Okay, enter. Enter to repeat hatch. Okay, this is 1, 2, and 3. Zoom in lang. Enter. H, enter. 1, 2, and 3. Enter. And H, enter. Okay, so we just have to click. Okay. Just in case na yung hinahatch yung area, may lumagpas yan. For example, pati to na tama, you just have to close AutoCAD and restart nyo lang po. It happens, okay? So, okay, enter. Enter to repeat and fill this up. Okay? Enter. Or you can also copy the one na nasa taas. Pwede din naman po. Okay, enter again. 1, 2, and 3. Enter. And enter to repeat. 1, 2, sorry. Okay. Let's move this. Yan. And subukan natin siya ulit. Yan. Ito yung hinahanap ko, grips. You can actually drag this upwards. Okay? Ito, pwede din naman siyang ilagay dito. Yun. Okay, that's better. And, yun nangyayari. Nagkakaroon ng... Erase ko lang yun. Okay? So, okay, let me check ulit. Age, enter. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Enter. Age, enter. 1, 2, 3, enter. I'll try to move this one. Itong dalawa sa baba. I'm eyeing those objects kung bakit ayaw niyang bumaba. Okay, let's try checking this one. There you go. So, pwede naman siya. Ito lang yung nangyayari. Things like this occur. Burahin ko. Let's be moving dito banda. Yan. Then, let's repeat H, enter. 1, 2, 3, enter. Okay? And, lastly, try natin siya ulit. H, enter. 1, and 2, and 3, enter. And H, enter. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if that happens, just zoom in. Zoom in and click enter. Okay, we're good. So, dito na lang. H, enter. 1, 2, okay. Control Z. Enter. There you go. Again, if that happens na lumalabas po yung hatch, you just have to escape. Ulitin nyo yung command or probably you can shut down CAD first then restart nyo ulit yung program. Or if ayaw pa rin talaga niya, you can do restarting of your unit or laptop. Okay? Now, okay na tayo sa columns. Na-shade na natin yung wall footing. The next thing is we're going to copy one of the text midpoint to midpoint. I'll be changing this one as WF1 or wall footing 1. Enter, enter, and copy it. Midpoint. Yan. Okay. Hold on. So that's WF1. Where else? Okay. This one, since nasa may porch to, this is WF2 na lang. Okay? Now, I'll be copying this one. Midpoint. 1 and 2. Okay, you can also click that part. There you go. Okay? And click natin dito sa gitna. Yan. And rotate natin siya. RO, select this, enter. You pick on the midpoint. Click, and that will be 90. Enter. So, WF2, you can also copy this here. Midpoint papunta dito. Saan pa? Dito rin po. Okay, click. And click dito. If that part actually have nag-intersect or nag-overlap, just move it na lang. Okay? And we also have to copy this. Click. And click natin siya from midpoint to midpoint. Change this one to WF1. Copy that. Let's copy here. Dito din po. Dito din po. Okay, where else? And here. Sign dito. Okay, we're good. Next will be uh the elevation. Okay? So I'll be copying this. Control C, Control V. I'll be clicking on the middle grip and type M2P, enter. I'll be clicking that part and this one click. Double click the that's plus 0.40 m from road elevation. Para alam nung gagawa kung paano yung gagawin po nilang tambak. At pag na rin po nag-estimate, say for example, iba yung gumagawa ng plan sa nag-estimate niyo. So, that estimator will know kung paano po yung compute niyang cubic meter. Okay? So, enter, enter, and Control C, and Control V. This one is 0.20 lang. Burahin ko ito. Enter, or enter, enter. I'll be clicking this one and M2P 1 and 2. Okay, I'll be copying this. So, dito na lang po banda. Yan. I'll be copying here also, or probably Control C and Control V. Yan. Tansyahin ko na lang. Pwede naman po. And I'll be adding 0.1 for the elevation. Control C and dito, Control V. Yan. May lalagay ako sa gitna. That's why hindi ko siya sinenter. Okay? And this one, I'll be moving here. I'll be selecting this one and Control C and Control V. Yan. And then double click. That's negative 0.05 m. Ibig sabihin, bababa po siya ng elevation. Okay? So, enter, enter. Kasi banyo yan. So, para yung spill ng water, hindi lumabas or hindi mag-cause ng accident, mas maganda kung ibaba nyo po yung elevation. Okay? So, control or select, Control C and Control V. This one also, sa labas na siya ng portion na siya ng bahay, it's laundry. So, susceptible siya sa moisture and water from time to time. So, better lower the elevation. Okay? And you can also select this one and Control V. Pwedeng dito nyo na lang ilagay. That's negative 20. Okay? So, alam na po nung gagawa nun. Meron siya reference. Okay? Kasi, class, for example, ako, dinisign ko siya. It doesn't mean ako yung magbe-build. Di ba? So, para yung readability ng plan, hindi siya mahirap sundan. These are the references for someone to build this. Okay? At parang purpose mo dun sa design kung bakit ganun yung embankment na nilagay, hindi siya na-e-etchepera lang or napagwawalang bahala lang. Okay? Now, I'm good. I just have to restore my grids layer. I-on ko lang po siya. Yan. Okay. There you go. Pag naka-on na yan, pwede na po tayong mag-mirror sa kabila. Okay? So, that's MI, enter. Actually, kahit hindi mo pa siya ino-on, pwede naman. Okay? You don't have to select everything. Say, for example, eto. I have to hold my shift and select. Hold shift and select. Hold shift and select. Or kung gusto niyo sila madoble, burahin niyo na lang mamaya. Wala naman pong problema. Okay. There you go. Once you're good, I just have to press enter when everything is selected. Okay, so enter. And specify first point of mirror line. I'll just be picking the middle part here. Okay, meron kayong midpoint na makikita dyan. Or kung node yung lumalabas, pwede din po kasi may dimension kayo. So, pick that. And you can pick the other on the opposite part. Or actually, pwede rin dito. Yan, para hindi na kayo lumayo. Okay? Click. Enter. Okay? So, your foundation is good. So, eto na siya. You just have to copy this. Okay, so after copying, press enter. I'll just snap doon sa quadrant and snap here. Okay, click, enter. I guess this one was also mirrored. So, burahin ko lang to. Okay? So, meron pa siyang isang kulang. Okay, eto po. Kokopyahin ko na to. Ginawa ko na siya earlier. Okay, so copy, enter. I'll be picking dito sa midpoint. Yan. Okay, if you still remember, hindi ko sinenter ito, yung elevation na 0.1. So, I'll be picking on the midpoint. Enter. Okay? So, that's it. We're almost good. So, quick save lang po. Aha! So, nabura ko pala to. Anyway, I'll just have to copy. There you go. Okay, once you're able to copy, you just have to do Control S. And the next thing to do is you're going to make a layout for it. Hanap tayo ng short band lang. Okay? So, copy. Yan. Lagay ko lang po dito. Okay. And double click inside. Hanapin lang po natin yung foundation. Yan. Okay. Let's try if this one will fit into 1:100. Ulitin ko lang. Say enter 1/100 XP. Enter. Okay. So, medyo hindi siya kasha. But I want it to be 1:100 sana. Anyway, sige. Tignan ko kung ano magagawa. So, we're here. So, double click outside. Tanggalin na lang po natin yung caption. Okay. Balik ako sa my model. Just have to do a little stretching. S, enter. Okay. Click. Enter. And just pick dito banda. And at point 25. Okay? So, ulitin ko. Since lumalagpas siya, so I just have to stretch it a little para mag-fit siya sa paper natin. S, enter. So, I'm going to pick from here hanggang dito. Okay? Click. Enter. Once you're done, you can pick here as your base point. Click. Drag lang pababa. Paki-check na lang. Baka kasi yun sa inyo mas masyado malaki. So, yun sa akin at 0.25 will do. So, punta ako sa layout. Ayun, nag-fit naman siya. Pero baba natin. Double click inside. Yan. And double click outside. So, ayun na po. Nag-fit lahat naman. Okay. So, if ayaw niya pa rin, you can also make adjustments. Okay? So, S, enter. You pick from here. Pwedeng sa may dimension naman. Okay? Click. Enter. So, tansyahin nyo na lang po. Nahandaan lang. Okay? Click. And layout. So, ayun siya. Nag-fit naman po. Okay? So, before we convert it into PDF, that's LTS, enter. 0.009. Enter. Okay. So, we're good. Okay lang kahit walang caption. So, the next thing is, you know how to do. Control P. That's the WG to PDF. Okay. Naka-monochrome. Naka-landscape. Naka-fit to paper. Naka-center the flat. Pero yung paper size niya, you have to go for short one. Ayan. Okay. Apply to layout. And preview. Sorry, hindi pala ako nag-window. So, window. So, that's 1 and 2. And apply to layout. And preview. Okay. So, meron siyang part na pala hindi na mirror. So, that's one good thing about preview. Okay. So, let's press escape. And another escape. Balik tayo sa model. Okay. So, that's MI. Enter. I'll be selecting this hatch. Yan. Select. Enter. So, we're going to pick from here and to the upper part. Click. Enter. Oh, there you go. Okay. So, balik tayo sa layout. And instead na mag-control P, pwedeng diretso preview. Okay? So, yun, na-fill up na siya. We were able to identify which part yung hindi ano. Ito rin yung isang concern ko. Yan o, natatakpan yung label. Okay, pag ganito, pwede natin siyang i-move. Okay? Of course, ayaw mo naman yung plan ways na sacrifice yung readability niya. Let's try clicking this one. And, click. There you go. So, balik tayo sa layout. That's preview again. Or PRE. Right, good. Okay. Readable naman po yung mga text. And the 100 mm fixed slab with 10 mm deformed bars. So, spacing po niya is at 0.50. Ayan po. And right click and plot. Okay, so you know where to save it. Okay, so thank you.